Alright, this is Shane with Roof Tech Pro. I just showed you how to clean the GX7. So today I'm doing a daily startup procedure. I have a PMC pump 2035. Fuck, I don't know. They change it all the time. It's a new one. It's badass. And I'm spraying with the GX7. Now, a lot of people don't know this. You don't need to turn your preheaters on until you start to spray. Some people will turn them on 15 minutes. That don't do nothing, because all that does is heat up the material in one place right here. So when you do start spraying, once that area that was in this tube gets to your hose, it's overly hot. So, you know, you turn them on a minute before. When I clean my gun, I turn those off. I bleed my pressure down, and I leave the hose heat on. Now we're using La Polyurethane today. I believe it is, I don't know, is a regular or mid-range, whatever the fuck that means. They have totally different types of foams. A lot of people don't get it, but if you're having problems spraying foam, it might not be the machine. People automatically go to the machine. It could be as the difference between having a drum that was 5 degrees cooler than one that was in the rig, and that could throw you all off. You could have started off in one, switched over to one that was outside, and all of a sudden your gauges are off and you can't figure out why. Foam is very picky, and in particular, you've got to always keep it heated. Some foam, some manufacturers aren't. You could fucking leave one outside in 0 degrees and one in 100, put them in and they're gonna spray the same. Some, you're gonna have to fucking fight all day. That's why it's good to find one that you like, I like La Polyurethane. I was using another brand I won't name here. But so what I did is, these new machines heat up fairly fast. I turned the hose heat on, I let it get to 120, I shut it off. Now you're not supposed to let the hose heat up on the rack for a couple reasons. Because it's hotter inside the rig than it is outside, and there's a TSU, thermal sensing unit, inside the hose, and that only goes out 100, 200, whatever, so many feet. So if it's all coiled on top of each other, first of all, it's going to read that it's hotter than it is. So if you pull the hose out and start spraying, it's going to be cold and you're going to wonder why. Second of all, you don't want all that heat, all your connections heating up on top of each other. And you at least want to pull your hose out. I know roofers are lazy and you want to keep as much in. You want to at least get your TSU out in the sun so you get an accurate reading, and that'll help your hose heat maintain set temp and everything. So I turned it off. I'm going to turn it on now. I got it set on 135. I got on 130 the A and 145 on the B. I generally keep my A 15 degrees cooler depending on the foam. I'm going to hook my hoses up, my transfer pumps 1-to-1s. Go ahead, hook that one up for me, Shane. Here Shane is with the new safety skin colored shirts. That's how we do. All right, we got the pump on. I'm going to turn my preheaters on just to recirc and make sure everything's working before I go pull the trigger. So I'm going to turn the motor on. I'm going to bleed them off. Gauges. I'm going to hit normal, and it's just going to recirc from the drum through the bleed offs back into the drums. Sorry, it's a little. And your B is always going to be higher at first because the viscosity is thicker. Once the preheater kicks in, it should level out. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to check each one to make sure I've got even flow coming out. Oh yeah, even flow. That's good. Pull that one out for me, Shane. Yep, so at this point, I know both